This is Arc Analysis.
This is an arc analysis.
This
Is arc analysis. Are you looking at my lips as I do that?
No, I can't see. 'Cause
What is
you're
that?
sitting in the dark.
What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean?
So I'm gonna do this at the top this time. Don't do that.
We've been recording for hours, so we're now at the last legs.
I'm gonna do this at the top this time. Welcome to Arc Analysis, where we dig into one trade of any story. Let's just say that. If you want to submit one to us, suggestions to us, you can do that through Titter.
Easily.
Titter.
Hey guys, we're on Titter now, so come check us out. It's only us.
At Titter through tittyboys.com. No, on Twitter at comic_patrol.
Titty Boys don't make money, man. That's all I'm on.
Or
GQ.
through email, comicpatrolpod@gmail.com. You can send suggestions in to us if you want, or comments, or you can just say I love you guys.
That'd be nice. Actually, announce yourself. You tell us if you're a new meat or a soft cheese, because we be getting all these new meats when they're really soft cheeses, and we got a couple soft cheese, and I was like, hey man, you're a new meat, and we have to fill this giant charcuterie board of all of our.
What makes you a soft cheese? I'd like a 1,000-word essay.
No, I don't want to read that.
I want to read it. What makes you a new meat or a soft cheese? That's what I'd like.
New meats, you only have to give me 50 words. You give me your best sentence on why you're a new meat. If you're a soft cheese,
new meat, soft cheese.
Exactly. Now you're seeing what's going on this charcuterie board.
All right.
We read
on this episode. We read My Little Pony: Spirit of the Forest, published by IDW Publishing, written by Ted Anderson, drawn by Brenda Hickey, from 2019. The tag for this was "The Cutie Mark Crusaders are back."
They are cute.
I didn't know their names this whole time. I just found their names right now: Apple Bloom, Scootaloo, and Sweetie Belle.
Yeah, I saw that at the last panel. They're like, they say all three of them. Yeah, they say all three of their names.
I didn't register that.
But
okay,
not good names.
No. I like the Cutie Mark Crusaders. That's all right. Okay, this book.
There was Princess Diamond. She was cute.
Yep. No, Diamond Tiara.
Diamond Tiara. There you go. And she walked around.
I like the guy named Filthy Rich.
Yeah, just call me Rich. They're all girls in this. No,
they're all girls. Except for Filthy Rich.
He looks like a girl too. Even the guy with the mustache.
They call him Dad though.
I get it, but they're all girls. Like, come on.
Yeah, more or less.
Less than more.
This
is an arc analysis.
This is okay. Out of all the arc, we've done over 60 of these now.
All right.
This is the most wholesome one we've ever done.
Is it?
Up to this point, yeah.
You don't think Gideon Falls was wholesome?
Yeah, we're going back to that one too. Don't worry about that. We're going back to that one.
Oh God, the bar.
This was charming. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there was something to it that was like.
This was adorable.
It was cute. It was. This is the kind of book I would let my kids read. Like, check this out, because everybody's nice to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Even the villain, like. He's just kind of.
Yeah.
He's just like obtuse, really.
Yeah, he's a titan. He's a titan of industry, and the only reason why. Are we gonna spoil this? I don't care. The only reason why he goes back on his word is because he has a memory from his mother, and they go visit like what his mother told him. And I was like, that's a very sweet way for big business to be like, you know what, we can do better. I don't know how these three girls became project managers and engineers. Because they do that in the day. Yeah. I was like, good on you, but they're magical ponies, so I'm not even mad about this.
Yeah. Basically what happens is a group of ponies called the Cutie Mark Crusaders go on a camping trip in the woods, and they find that there's all this garbage. So they clean it up, and then the next day it's back, and then they try and find where this litter is coming from, and it leads to the sawmill.
They blame boys. They blame boys for being dirty.
Filthy, dirty construction boys and cutting down trees. And they have a point. The one guy, Filthy Rich, is just chewing up the forest, and they're like, come on, we have memories here. And then it turns into like this Fern Gully type situation where they want to They want to protect the forest, but the man is just chopping everything down.
Yeah, well, you got to make the money.
What I appreciate about this, the fact, besides the fact that they're magical ponies, and some have horns and some have wings and some don't. I don't.
That's one pony. One pony has the horn and the wings and the power.
No, but there's another one that just because they have older sisters, right? And they have they have wings, right?
None on the Crusaders team, I think, has wings.
No. They're big sisters.
Yes. I agree.
I think most of them. Rainbow Dash. I don't know the others' names, but anyways, doesn't matter their names.
Do you even Brony, bro? Jeez.
No, but I get it. Yeah. I get it now. I thought the Bronies were like, I was like, this is kind of, but there's something here that I have never. This book is wholesome. Like I said, everything is just like positive, and even when like there's parts where it's like, oh, what's bothering you, Rainbow Dash? And like, well, don't worry about it. It's like, you know what? I don't want to lie to you. I'm going to tell you what's up. And then they have a nice conversation like this. This is so nice.
This doesn't happen. Yeah,
there's no miscommunication.
I like it for the physics that are weird with horses. They spend most of the times walking on all fours, but every so often they'll get up on 2 feet and then like use their tops as like hands. I was like, wait, how's this work? Like there's one cutting down a tree, and I was like, wait, so are they hands or like are they legs?
They're magical hoofs.
But like you guys all work in machines. Anyway, that's me going overboard. To what you're saying, it is very adorable. I could actually see this as a Saturday morning cartoon of them just sharing, caring, and moving through their world as happy as they do. I kind of wish it was funnier than it was because there's so much room in here to stick all the horse puns that you really wanted to. Yep. And other than any pony or some pony, like that's the one kind of
any pony. They keep doing that.
Yeah, the conjunctive that they try to build up. There's not a lot of humor in it. Like, I guess things look funny, but it's not written funny, which I like it when your writing matches up with your art style. So you have like kind of the double laugh on that.
Yeah,
but that's a small complaint for a book that's not aimed at me. So
this is like who's really mad. Like, like, who's this book for? You asked before we started recording. Like, who's this for? It's probably like people who just want a slice of life book, really. Because even though they're magical ponies, and there's the spirit in the forest is this supposed like mythical entity, that never really comes into play. Like they overcome the challenge on their own.
Which these are on merits. Yeah.
Honest to God, I was like, that's pretty dope. Like they came up with the way there was little trial and error stuff, which is kind of almost like it's like I said, Saturday morning cartoon. Like, oh, let's scare him and do this and scare the workers away or do this.
But they use their heads. Like they actually work like a team. Yeah. And then even their sisters are like, okay, there's a problem here. Let's solve it. So the sisters almost undo what their plan is. And then it ends up growing into like a bigger plan, which is like, that's kind of smart for the older sisters to be like, we can stop this because the construction ponies are idiots, apparently. And only the females are the smart in this universe. Them and Rich. I don't get the physics of each name of the pony goes on their butt. They get a tattoo.
That's the Care Bear element, I guess.
I get, but on their butt, sure. I just laugh at the fact that Rich, the tycoon dad, has 3 money bags on his ass. So there's no mixing what type of thoroughbred this guy is. Like I run for cash. Give me my monies.
It's all about cream, baby. Dollar bills, y'all.
Yes.
But I like how what I appreciate about him is that it took time for them to convince him. It was kind of like
there was an Empire Strikes Back, like the second issue. He's like, no, like shut it down. This is wrong. And like you need the Return of the Jedi. It's my second Star Wars reference. I gotta stop doing that. For him to see the light and understand, like, oh no, like my daughter and her friends are right. Like there's a better way of doing things that we've done. It's very cute.
It's funny when they come to get a cavity. Like it's littering. You're littering. You're causing pollution in the forest. Like, okay, you know what? We're gonna put up signs. We're gonna close it down. Thank you, girls. And then he sends them off, and they're all like, the 2 of them are like, yeah, good job. It's like, well, did we just fix anything? And then they keep cutting down the trees. And then it's like, you gotta stop cutting down the trees. Like, all right, I will. Within 50 meters of Grandma's house. And it's like, no. I thought that was really funny. He's like, all right, fine, 100 meters. Like, no,
and they build a sustainable forest management. Yeah, that's true. Whatever the short-term goal is, it's like, I guess in terms of like teaching for who this is aimed for, the fact that the persistence of like, don't just take the yes that you got. Like you have to keep pushing to make sure that actual change is going to happen. And lo and behold, not only do they change the way that they log, but they also start replanting more trees around. It's like those little touches are very sweet and very cute too. I hope who this comic is aimed at, right?
This comic is aimed at kids, but there are, like, I get it. I get that the Brony thing is or fans of this, they just want something wholesome to read. Something that's just, like I said earlier, slice of life, just simple, easy going. There's no real
Ninja Turtles
animosity.
What is Ninja Turtles not wholesome enough?
It's too funny, man.
Look what came from the ooze.
Yeah, it's too funny. Shredder's scary.
Is he?
Who's scarier? Beastly? Beastly from Care Bears or Filthy Rich?
Is Filthy Rich like the actual antagonist for this entire series?
I don't know, man. This is a 3-issue run. I've never read it. This is the first time I've ever read My Little Pony. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. Would I read this? What's that?
I was gonna say, Filthy Rich is a dapper man. He managed to make basically a cravat and a necktie work, but no shirt, no jacket, no pants. Look at you.
And he's a lumber tycoon.
And he's got the mullet. He's walking the Uncle Jesse. So I mean,
my whole thing is like, would I read this if it wasn't for the show? No. Would I read this again? No. Am I mad that I read this? No. It's just it's now I know what it's all about. I'm sure
there's a My Little Pony that crosses over into something that's I'm sure there's a
My Little Pony Transformers.
There you go. So I would read that. Yeah. But I'm sure there's a funnier My Little Ponies, and that's the reason I would come back to this world, because they're cute enough to be funnier than they are.
That's true. You take a little bit of that I hate Fairyland humor and sprinkle it in.
Oh, man. Just enough, not too much. Don't be overt.
No. Because remember, we talked about that book. That book was a little bit too much. This one, yeah, just sprinkle it in. Just sprinkle.
Just little rainbow sprinkles. And they're cute. I mean, I can see how someone would want to collect each one of these goddamn ponies and be like, I have all of them. Because when they're all lined up in the park and they're all happy, and I'm like, that's
Who was your favorite pony?
I like the one with the apples on her ass.
That would be Apple Bloom.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know who Scootaloo is, but I like her name. That's kind of a cool name. Scootaloo.
I think the fun of this book is to read the like albatross names that they've been given, because some are going like Scooty Puff and like there's weird little
Apple
pony names
Bloom,
that don't make sense, but it's not my world.
Anyways, we rate these on a good or bad basis. Boom for good, bah for bad, or whoosh for what did I just read? Dang, what do you give My Little Pony Spirit of the Forest?
Well, it's bah. I'm never reading this shit again. It's an honest book. I had no bar, no expectations, and I wasn't mad leaving it.
And it was nice and it was nice and concise too. It was 3 issues. It was like
very, very smooth read.
Yeah.
Very bright colors. Those eyes are like dough. I even liked, that was one joke I liked there with who's it? Princess Tiana? What's her name? Tiana Princess?
Let me look at it's Diamond Tiara.
Diamond Tiara is asking her dad, Filthy Rich, to like come take a walk with her, and he's like, "Oh, maybe later. Oh, maybe after a couple hours." Then she does like the big doe eye face. Yeah. He's like, "Okay, I'll go." It was like this. So they understand the rule of threes, because they did that a couple of times too. So.
Yeah, they did. You're right. Get them. Yeah, I would give this a book too, because like I said, I wasn't even like I was expecting to go in and this would be like a chore to read, and I was like, I really don't want to read it. But it was smooth. It was cute. It was wholesome. Yeah. You go from, like you said, you go from Gideon Falls to this.
Jeez.
It's like
imagine this was in the barn of Gideon Falls. Oh man, that's why everybody left.
That's your crossover right there.
Yeah, I just want to go play with the ponies.
Black Barn. My little pony, my little pony.
What's the hiring process to become a lumberjack? Like a lumberjack as a pony?
Be a pony. That's it. That's. Are you a pony? Yes. Can you talk? Yes. Listen, you're in.
So here's the one pitch I want for My Little Pony. I want all the mundane things that we take for granted, but I want to see a pony do it. So I want to see someone like
cutting the lawn.
Yes, but I want to see the application process and the interview of like, so you want to be a lumberjack, and like all the weird questions that they would ask. It's like, you sure you want to be a lumberjack?
What do you see yourself in 5 years? Yeah. kind of experience do you have cutting down trees?
Mm-hmm. So it says here that you took a gap year to go travel in Europe.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. What's this gap in your resume?
Yeah. You were gallivanting? Just eating apples and checking out farms and stuff.
What kind of apples are your favorite? Granny Smith. Okay.
That's incorrect. We're a Honeycrisp family over here. No greens. Get out of here.
Why didn't you say red delicious rainbow bright?
Why didn't you? Just the parents just upset. Like, you had one shot. You'll never be a lumber tycoon like Filthy Rich. His mother could have been that great. There's no way. You named him Filthy. Call me.
So what's the male to female ratio on these ponies?
Oh, you're listen. Forget Glue Factory. These dudes are studying it out with all these.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. I only saw one guy with a goatee, and I was like, okay, so you got to be the dude. But everyone else, long hair, don't care.
They're all My Little Pony, so they're just living it up, man.
Yeah, it's just,
I think it's about enough. This is gonna get real.
Yeah, it's we're walking the line of like, we're just so cute and wholesome. We're like, yep. Like, how do we ruin this immediately?
We already taking it in the wrong direction. All right. The contact.